What's going on, family? One of the hardest things for a lot of us to do is to really be honest with ourselves. You're never going to fall in love. You're never going to be honest with the person that you're with. You're never really going to be able to have a healthy relationship if you're never honest with yourself. You have to move past you have to move past the issues that you've dealt with within your past. You have to realize that everything that happened in your past was a result of you not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest that you're not ready for a committed relationship. You're not being honest that you're ready for a marriage. Because the problem is that we are taught and we're raised that having a family and being with somebody is just the way life is. You grow up, you go to school, you go to college, you get the dream job, you find the woman of your dreams, you have kids, and you live happily ever after. But of course, it does not happen that way for all of us because a lot of us have made some really crazy decisions. And so for those that went that route and it still did not work out that way, how do you really find exactly what's the best results, or how do you fix what is taking place? Well, you got to start with yourself. You got to start with the man in the mirror. You got to start with looking at the things that are taking place within your relationship or within your life. That's never easy because a lot of us, we spend our whole life blaming others for the reason why we're in the predicament that we're in. We spend our whole life trying to find, happiness in others instead of trying to find a happiness within ourselves. And so you get involved with someone, you get in a marriage, but you'll never really be able to develop and grow with them because you've never dealt with the issues that you had to deal with within your life. A lot of us never saw what real love was. So we grew up in a home, a single parent home. We might have grew up in a home where we had both parents, but we never saw what love really was. And so now we're trying to reenact what we saw on TV, what we read in books, what we've seen others and our friends and family members. We're trying to reenact this, but you have to be able to find it for yourself. But everything that you're dealing with and everything that you have dealt with and where you're at starts with you. So it starts with yourself, being honest with yourself, being honest with your intentions, actually seeing what is it that you really want out of your life. What kind of relationship do you want? What kind of woman do you want? You don't want to make the same mistakes you made in the past because people will always try to tell you what you need, but you know what you want. People will always try to tell you the kind of woman that you need in your life, the kind of man that you need in your life, but you know exactly what you want. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, don't settle until you find them. Don't get in a relationship based off of looks alone. Get in a relationship where you have everything that you need and want. Because I'm telling you this right now, it's not going to work out if you're just with somebody based off of one particular thing that they bring to the table. And I know I was just talking to somebody just recently, and they were just saying people are together just based off of commitment. They're based off of not only the commitment side, but they're with someone based off of them being what was the word they used? They had pretty much said that it was them being down for them, or really them just being around and being there for the whole time, and because they put in all this work and they've been there for them when nobody else was there. Now they feel like they're the one for them based off of them being there for them. Well, that just might just be who they are. You got to look at that. They might just be that kind of individual, and if they're kind of individual, they're going to be that way with everybody, not just you. But don't make the mistake of being with someone based off of the wrong reasons. Make sure you really love them. Make sure you know that they're the one. And when you know this, nothing else will be able to move you. All right? Last but not least, always remember there's some moment in your life, God is bigger than this moment. And that's the reason why we got to continue to press. Have a blessed and wonderful day.